Hey, welcome back to Living the Next Chapter. I have a great guest with me today. I've had her mom on the podcast a long time ago. Victoria came on and we talked about her book, Who Kicked First? And my guest is the one that kicked first. Faith is on here today, Victoria's daughter. Faith is on to talk about her book that she wrote for her dad, her stepdad, who's really, her dad. And she wrote a beautiful book to celebrate her dad. And she's on today. Faith is a walking miracle. Her doctor told her she would never speak. She has a portion of her tongue where you and I will have our entire tongue. So speaking is something that she does, but it's a struggle. And as we're talking today, you'll get a sense from Faith that despite people telling her she can't do things, she does them. And she does them well. She even has her own podcast. So there's that. Please help me welcome today Faith to the podcast as we talk about her book, talk about all the great things happening in her life. And as I tell you hear me say in the podcast, she really is my superhero. Really proud to have her here and to know her mom and her family and her super dad as well. So here on Living the Next Chapter, please help me join and welcome Faith to the podcast. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Living the Next Chapter. I have my superhero with me today. And yes, I do not say that lightly. I have someone who has inspired me from the moment I met them. And this person has an amazing story. And I feel honored to have them on my podcast today. Faith is here. We're going to be talking about Faith's book. Faith's book is called I Am Kitten, Dad's Girl, and dang proud of it. And this is a book that I think every teenager, student should read. And if you have an amazing dad in your life, this is a book for you. Faith, welcome to Living the Next Chapter. I am so proud to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Faith, I told you, you are my superhero. And I would love to hear a little bit more about your story because when I look at your book on Amazon, you give a little bit of your story, which is amazing, and I'm going to put that in the show notes. But I would love to hear a little bit about your story, like you have here on Amazon. You talk about some of the surgeries you've been through and a little bit of your life story. Can you kind of share with the people listening a little bit more about Faith?
So I was born with a non-malfunctioning tongue, and the doctor said I will not be able to talk, and I'll have to be with a feeding tube until I was in high school, I believe. And I also had a click when I was little, but looks like I put them on because when I was younger, I got my click out, and 3 months ago, I got my feeding tube out.
So the doctor said you're never going to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be with a feeding tube. And you have proved everyone wrong. And your mom told me a story about when you were really little and the doctor said you couldn't do things with your tongue. And you not only proved them wrong, you showed them up and you showed them how super and amazing you really are. Tell me about the doctor. What did the doctor say to you when you showed the doctor what you could do?
Now that I really don't remember. Well, I know that he was surprised.
He was surprised. Because, okay, so for those listening, Faith, like each of us have a tongue, and I'm touching mine right now. Oh, there it is. Your tongue is different than my tongue. How is your tongue different than mine?
Well, it is a lot smaller. Plus, it cannot go as long as others do. But it still works.
It still works. So your tongue is just smaller than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Faith, for you, what I love, Faith, you have your own podcast. So podcasting is about talking, and talking requires a tongue. And you're doing this to help people and share your message with the world That's why you're my superhero, Faith. You're doing things that other people are afraid to do or tell themselves they can't do. You're doing it. You're a superhero to me. I love it. Hey, tell me about your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
So it's called A Contagious Smile Team Talk, where a lot of kids can go and just be themselves and like talk about whatever they want and just have fun.
So your teen talk on A Contagious Smile. So tell me about some of the guests you've had on your show, some of the amazing people who've come to talk to you on your podcast.
So one of them is actually like a little brother to me. And not only him, but also another one. He and I are also good friends, and we had quite a couple of people. Too many to count, honestly.
Too many to count? Love it. Oh, so, okay, you're the one that feels like a little brother to you. Tell me just about that person. Why do they feel like a little brother to you?
Because, growing up, I had a lot of people, not really real, like fake people, and it's hard to find people like that. And him, from the start, I can tell that he is one of the few people that is true. And I don't know why, but I just know that he is someone I know I can actually trust, and that won't betray me.
Hmm.
And trust me, I have too many of those.
So, Faith, how is the podcast going? Are you enjoying being a podcaster and talking to people on a microphone?
Yes, I actually really enjoy that.
Nice. Okay, so with you, beside you, is an amazing person that I have grown to love, and she is amazing. Can you tell me who's sitting beside you right now as we're talking? People listening don't know she's here yet, but she's right there beside you, and there's two super people in my life, you and the person beside you. Can you introduce everyone to who's next to you?
Who is next to me is my mom, Victoria, who is the author of Who Kissed First.
And we had your mom on the podcast to talk about your story and your mom's story, and you are actually the star of that book in the sense of who kicked first, because when I talked to your mother on the podcast, she told me that you, Faith, saved her life.
That's correct.
And that is amazing. Before you were born, Faith, you saved someone's life. And I'm saying to you, Faith, you are my superhero. I am so honored to know you in my life because your story started before you were even born. And you have a purpose in this life to help people. And as a guy up in Canada, I am just so proud to know you and to know your story through your mom. But now I'm not talking to you through your mom. I'm talking to you. You are your own person, Faith, and you have your own community you're building. You're helping people, and I love it. So I'm proud of you. I really am.
Thank you, sir.
I love it. Okay, so Faith, your book, I Am Kitten. Can you tell me, when did you start to write your book?
So a few years ago, I met my stepdad, and at first, I didn't really trust him, but slowly I did. That's when I realized that he was a perfect guy for me, even though he could be quite a pain.
Now, you and your stepdad have an amazing relationship. You play jokes on each other. You make each other laugh. You do tricks on each other. And when I hear your stories through your mom about how you two love each other and tease each other at the same time, it makes me laugh. Tell me about your stepdad. Why is he so special for you?
Well, for one thing, I couldn't have him growing up, but for him, he feels like my real dad.
Yes.
My mom told me that he will always be my dad. And well, also, at one point when I was feeling like really upset, he found ways to clean me back up. Even if I fall or no matter what happens, he'll always be here for me.
Mm. Your dad is amazing. And I've had a chance to talk to him as well. I really love his story about what he used to be back in the day. He helped people with his job, and he worked with police dogs, and I love dogs, and you guys have dogs, and that's amazing. But I love anybody that loves animals the way your dad does. He's a great guy. And what did he think when you told him that you're going to write a book about him? How did he feel about that?
We actually couldn't tell him. It was a surprise.
It was a surprise.
But when he found out, he had pollen in his eyes.
He didn't cry, right? He didn't cry. No.
Well, quote unquote, he had pollen.
He had pollen.
Yeah.
See, that's how dads pretend, Faith. That's what we do. We pretend because we're big tough guys. Rawr. But no, a book like this, Faith, I'm sure you made him cry. Your mom's going to say yes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You gotta tell Dave the latest prank you did. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
It's my Yoda. You gotta tell him the latest prank you pulled on him.
Which place? A lot.
The
There's a
bathroom.
lot of
Right, that one. So, I left.
Give a disclaimer that nobody should be taking any kind of drinks of water or anything when you say this.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not drinking anything. Go ahead.
yeah, don't.
Don't.
So, me and my went to like 3 schools to find a specific thing, a lint roller. Where we hit all the colored paper and put the lint roller in it instead.
You take the lint roller off the brush.
Yeah.
Handle. She took the toilet paper off of the toilet paper roll and then put the toilet paper roll with the lint brush, and it looks just like toilet paper, and didn't tell. And he went to use the restroom, and he reached for the and of course she gets the extra strength, paper.
Like I said, I'm not as good as I look.
Faith, I am now nervous around you. If I ever came to visit you, you would play a trick on me, and I know you would, because you are so funny.
Actually, I won't play a joke on you. Well, okay. Not like you joke on me.
So if I do one to you, then I'm fair game. You're coming after me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. What a funny thing to do. What did he say? What did he do? I gotta know, Faith.
He was surprised and not happy about it.
Okay, Faith. Okay, that's him. That's what you've done to him, to your dad. What kind of things has he done to you that just made you laugh?
Well, there's this one place who comes to me that I actually did get him back, and he never got me again.
Yeah, you can tell.
So a few years ago, he got me fake $100 bill.
A fake $100 bill?
Yeah, he told her that if she would clean her room, he would give her $100.
Oh, come on.
So you know what I did back?
What did you do back?
Sending cleaner lotion all over his brand new truck.
He bought a brand new truck, and she went out there and covered it in shaving cream and lotion.
And that's not only the best part. It was that night, and the next day I went to camp, so he couldn't get me back.
He couldn't get you because you left. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You went. You are a trickster. I would like to have you as a friend, but not as an enemy, because you would be all over me, Faith. I'd be looking over my shoulder every day because you're funny. You're so good at this. Yeah. Okay. Faith, tell me about your book. I see people have bought your book. They've given you some reviews. You have great ratings on your book. What does it mean for you, Faith, if somebody buys your book and they give you a review? How does that make you feel when you read somebody talk about your book?
Honestly, I don't really go on, look at that book a lot, but truthfully, it actually makes me feel good that people buy my book.
It's great. So who is this book for, Faith? If I'm going to come to you buy your book, who do you want to read this book? Is it for kids about their parents? Is it about dads? Who should read this?
Basically for anyone to read.
Okay. I love it. What is so special about your dad, Faith, that makes you happy? When you see him pull up in his fancy new truck covered in shaving cream, what makes you happy when you see your dad? What is it about this guy that's special?
What's special to me, is that not only I know he'll be my forever dad, but also because I know that no matter what, he'll never let me down.
Wow. I see your mom kind of looking down as you say that, because that means so much for us as parents to hear our kids say that he is your forever dad. Wow. So your dad's going to listen to this episode, Faith. He's going to hear you talk about the shaving cream on the pickup truck and the toilet rolls and all of that stuff. He's going to laugh. But what kind of message do you want to give to your dad right now as he listens to this? Something that you want to say to him, just to him.
Well, this is for my dad. If you're listening to this, I love you, but Mom still wears a pants.
Mom wears the pants?
Yeah.
Mom wears the pants. Is that what you're going to say, Faith? You're going to say on a podcast to your dad, I love you, but Mom wears the pants. That's what you're saying. Okay. You know, we're recording right now, Faith. Your dad's going to hear this now and go, Mom wears the pants. That's what you want to say. 100%.
She always wears the pants.
He always wears the pants. Okay. Well, you know, knowing your mom, I would agree with you on that one, 100%. So, yes, I agree. Well done. You guys have some very special four-legged animals that hang around your house. They're beautiful. And you guys are raising these beautiful animals to help people. Can you tell me a little bit about what A Contagious Smile is doing with these four-legged creatures and why you guys are doing this?
Well, a lot, when kids try to get a special needs dog, it takes longer than expected.
About 5 years.
About 5 years, I believe.
5 years to get a special needs dog.
Uh-huh.
5. Okay.
It's a long time.
Mm-hmm. But for us, we try to train the dogs and give them special needs so that it won't take them that long. Plus, the child can have a fur as a best friend.
A forever best friend. I love that. So the dogs that you guys are raising are going to help more people. But for me, Faith, if I was raising dogs to help people, I would fall in love with every dog and I would never want them to leave my house. I would have hundreds of dogs. They would never leave. But that's the idea. You want these dogs to go to a home and help kids with special needs, right? That's the whole idea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's amazing. Again, you guys are superheroes. That's awesome. So if somebody, Faith, wants to help you guys with these dogs, because dogs cost a lot of money, food, medicine, everything. If somebody wants to help you guys to pay for these dogs and buy dog food or do something, can they go to your website at A Contagious Smile and help you guys with these dogs?
Mm-hmm.
There's a GoFundMe on our website, and then there's also on Amazon, there is a page of all the stuff that we need for the dogs as well.
Wow. So we're going to help a lot of people with these dogs, Faith. Mm-hmm. This is great.
And she plays with all of them and cuddles the puppies. And
Faith.
Oh, it's so cute.
But one of the dogs, I will admit, still can sneak out.
Yeah,
and when he does, well, we always have to run around the neighborhood going after her.
Oh yeah, we've been in plenty of chases.
Mostly one of them in particular.
Yeah.
They just, one dog just is giving you trouble?
Most of the time, yes.
Is that your dad's favorite dog?
We
Hmm.
believe it's the one.
Okay, because I'm just thinking your dad gives you trouble, so maybe this dog is like your dad gives you trouble, right?
You can give trouble, alright?
There you go. So you never know. Maybe your dad is teaching that dog to be trouble just to play with you. I don't know. Sounds like something he might do.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Awesome. Okay, so Faith, your book is available on Amazon, and your podcast is available. Where can we listen to your podcast?
You're looking at me. Her podcast can be found any and everywhere. We're on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, you name it. And we would love if there's teenagers or adults out there that have kids of that age that want to come on. We would love to have them because we offer an unconditionally acceptable place for teens to talk and know that they are valued and their voice should be heard. And we would love to have you as a guest or even a co-host because it does make a difference. She has some amazing celebrity followers as well that she's very humble about. And, she's just, I have to brag about her because she's my kid. And then she gives me that look that I'm getting right there.
Yeah, I see the look.
She was told she'd never survive, and I told them never to say that to me again. And I watched my daughter code and have seizures every day in the NICU, and it was just her and I. And her dad now he was in the picture as a really good friend, and he went to court with me, and he fell in love with her when he saw her in the NICU, and she overcame every single solitary obstacle that came in her way to the point that they did a story on her, and it won an Emmy. What? I can brag. It's a parent's right.
Really?
So-
You have to say it?
Yep. So she's been a Make-A-Wish recipient, and when we went on our trip, all she did was help others on that trip, the entire trip.
That's what I heard, Faith, when I talked to your mom originally. Like Christmas time, you were helping to get presents for other kids. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Faith, that might seem normal to you to be that kind of person. I'm telling you, Faith, there's a lot of people in the world who can learn a lot from you. You do things that other people dream about. You get out and talk to people. When everybody tells you, like a doctor tells you what you can't do, you prove them wrong. You are amazing. And that's why I love talking to you. And I love the fact that we can have a conversation together because you are, to me, one of the people that I look up to. And it doesn't matter about me being older than you. That doesn't mean anything. You're younger than me, but I look up to you because you are doing things that other people are not. So you inspire me now to go do things. And that's what it takes, Faith, is people like you who are told in life that you can't do something and you prove them wrong in a big way. And that's why I like knowing you and I like having you on my show.
If she doesn't give herself enough credit, she is a beautiful, gorgeous person inside and out who will stop what she's doing and where she is to help somebody and put a smile on their face.
Right.
And she tries to do it at least once a day. And I've told her from day one, my greatest honor is being her mom. And I mean that with every breath of my heart because she's so amazing and resilient and she's the biggest fighter. Like she's, she'll come out of surgery and we'll leave and everybody's like, hey, when's your surgery? And she's like, I'm done. And she walks out and she bounces back in amazing amount of time. And then when we see these celebrities come out and support her and, she's so humble about it. She doesn't want to be a celebrity. She just wants to help others and realize that they have such strength and that they can overcome what's in front of them. And she needs that credit, even though she doesn't want it.
Okay, so Faith, I have one more question for you before we go. I'm going to have everybody come and buy your book and your website and send you a message. I want people to reach out to you and tell you how amazing you are because people really admire you. Can you tell me, Faith, if somebody's listening to our podcast, they have special needs and they were told that they can't do something, like you were told that you can't do something, what would you say to somebody who has been told they can't do something? What would you say to them?
Never give up.
never give up.
Even tough times, don't. Trust me, it'll get you through a long way.
Faith, I love having you on my show. Thank you for making time to be here to talk to us. Again, everybody, the name is I Am Kitten, Dad's Girl, and dang proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And my guest here is Faith and her amazing mom. This duo here will light your life up on fire. These two are amazing. So to the both of you, Faith, Victoria, thank you so much for being part of the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And this was your first time being interviewed, Faith. I want to tell you something. You are amazing as a guest. I hope you get many more offers to come on podcasts because your story is amazing and you are amazing. Thank you for making time to spend with us. I feel like my day is great now because I got to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you could have me on.
Awesome. Everyone, please go check out the show notes on all the information about my great friend, Faith. She's my inspiration, my superhero. And if you ever want some tricks to play on your dad, Faith has got a whole list, including stuff that you can do in the bathroom or things you can do to a truck that you probably might not, probably shouldn't. My friend Faith here is an amazing trickster as well. And I love your stories, Faith. It's great. You make me smile. All right, everybody, go check out the show notes. Thank you both for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Thanks, Faith.
You're welcome.
Thank you for subscribing and following. And you're listening this far in the podcast, so you are my best friend. I'm sorry, but you are now my best friend. So welcome. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. LivingTheNextChapter.com has a link on the website to our Facebook group. Are you on Facebook? Probably. You can go there and you can actually interact with our guests. You can talk to them. You can hear more about their journey, about their books. You can speak to them directly. You don't need me. You can come right over to LivingTheNextChapter.com, click on our Facebook link to our community. You can talk to other listeners of the podcast from around the world who are on Facebook. And, again, speak with our guests. Don't you want to speak to the guests you just heard from? Yeah, you can do that on Living the Next Chapter. Go over there. There's links to our Facebook group, and you're welcome to join. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. Very happy to have you along for the journey. Wanted to share a little bit with you. TrueMediaSolutions.ca is the website for all of the podcasts we do. We have 6 weekly podcasts that we create for you, and Living the Next Chapter is one of them. But one thing we do now offer is help for podcasters. If you're an author and you want a podcast around your book to help support your book sales or to promote your skills and talents and your abilities and your knowledge, a podcast just makes sense. If you're a small business owner, podcast makes sense. Build a community off of social media, share your expertise with an audience, and allow a podcast to become your business card. It's really, really effective. And you're like, Dave, I don't know where to start. Go to TrueMediaSolutions.ca, reach out, send me an email, and let's have a conversation. It's free. We'll sit down and talk and chat and see what we can do to help you. I've had somebody reach out already, and all they need is just help editing their podcast to make it sound better. That's it. They're going to do everything else. But if you need more help than that, we can help you with images. We can help you with website development. We can help you with just coaching on, like, how do I do this podcasting? We're here to help, and I would love to help you. TrueMediaSolutions.ca. There's a little link here. Click it. Come on over. Let's have a conversation. Even if you're just thinking about it, at least let's talk about it. My goal is to get you podcasting and comfortable podcasting and effectively podcasting right out of the gate. There's no reason to start off and fail when somebody's in your corner helping you, and that's what I want to do for you. So no matter where you're at, I'd love to talk to you. TrueMediaSolutions.ca, and I would love to meet you there. Let's talk about your new podcast. Ooh, it's got that minty fresh smell. Yeah. Let's start a podcast. Let's do it right now. Come on. You've been waiting too long. You didn't know where to start. Now you do. TrueMediaSolutions.ca. My name is Dave. I'll meet you there. Thanks.